Well, if you're stepping outside, you probably see a lot of gray with some blue mixed in. Storm Track 3 meteorologist Katie Melvin in with us now. Sign of that rain that already came in and more on the way, too.
Yeah, we had that first round go through pretty quickly and it had some warnings on it. We had reports of some hail along with some damaging winds and some pretty heavy rain at times. Metropolis, it was even hard to see out of the camera as it was falling, but now that's continuing to move off to the east and now we're pretty much waiting for round two. As of right now, the newest information that we have, there is a tornado watch in effect for almost every county in southeastern Missouri that extends over to the western counties in southern Illinois. So some of our major cities included in that, from Carbondale all the way down to Sikeston, Poplar Bluff. We have Fredericktown as well. So just stay weather aware. That is again until tonight at 10 o'clock. There's that first round that we saw now continuing to move off to the east. It's not a warned storm anymore, but still parts of western Kentucky still dealing with that. What we're kind of keeping an eye on though, and again, closer look into that one that we're watching, but here's what we're really watching as far as the severe threat goes for the next couple of hours. That cold front is beginning to approach from the west. We've got some warnings and watches in place on here. So the yellow boxes, that's our tornado watch. Pink boxes to our south and west, that is a severe thunderstorm watch. We've also got warnings all along exactly where that cold front is. We're seeing a couple tornado warnings even as well. So again, that's all off to our west. We're just waiting for it to get to us in the next couple of hours. Live look across the region, it's a little deceptive. Sparta and Mount Vernon both seeing blue skies and sunshine right now. A couple of us still holding on to those clouds, but in the next couple of hours, we'll begin to see that next round begin to move in as the cold front moves in. So right now, just seeing that isolated chance that's over parts of western Kentucky. By about 7 p.m., we turn it up to about more of a scattered chance and then widespread a little while after that. Our temperatures will also drastically dip as that cold front pushes through, and we'll begin to see our wind shift from the south until out of the west once that front pushes. So tonight, threat tracker fairly high. We're still tracking that chance for some storms. For our Sunday, much cooler and very gusty with winds, that I should say gusts pushing about 30 miles per hour. And then for Monday, we're still tracking at least that chance of should be a lot nicer, tracking just some sunshine. So right now we're just seeing clouds across the region as that front approaches. We still see those storms also continuing out ahead of that. Could see an isolated storm here or there, but by about 7 o'clock, the bulk of it approaching southeastern Missouri. Still fairly organized. We're seeing some of those stronger storms staying together by about 8 o'clock, but around 10 that we start to see the threat drop some. So the sun has set for a couple hours by this point. So we're really just tracking more so some heavy rain compared to that severe storms. And then by 11 it continues to kind of fall apart, but still tracking heavy rain with this. Temperatures begin falling into the 60s. We're also seeing our highs for Sunday right after midnight. So waking up early Sunday, it's going to be a bit of a shock to the system. Temperatures falling to the 50s, and then during the day by lunchtime, we're only in the 50s and we're pretty much blanketed in overcast skies. So as far as the timing goes, we saw that first round in the early afternoon, getting a little bit of a break right now, that lull for most of us, and then it really ramps back up in the next couple of hours, but at least we have some dry time after that. Latest update, Storm Prediction Center, it's still more of the same. We have that enhanced 3 out of 5 risk for most of SEMO, the rest of us under that 1 and 2 out of 5 risk. The biggest thing we're still watching, we've even had reports of today still, are those really strong damaging winds and some of that larger hail as well. And as we saw with that tornado watch, the tornado risk isn't 0. As far as the rainfall goes, it's ramped up a little bit as well. Now those heavier pockets pushing over an inch, so flooding is also going to be a possibility tonight. Really important to have the Storm Track 3 app. We've seen multiple warnings. We've got the watch in place now, and we've got some windy conditions tomorrow. So even once that front passes, we get over that severe threat tonight, we've got windy and cold conditions for our Sunday. So ending the weekend on a much different note with those highs. Again, we're going to be in the lower 60s, but that's going to be right after midnight. So when you're getting out for your actual Sunday in the afternoon and the evening, temperatures will only be somewhere in those low to mid 50s. By Monday, we're looking a lot better. We've got the nicer side of spring with sunshine, temperatures back up into the 60s, and by midweek, we're already back up into the 70s.
You mean we only have 2 days of full sunshine this week instead of 7 in a row?
I know, it's not as nice. The rain does return.
All right, thank you, Katie.